Okay, let's get our warm-ups in and do just some gentle things today. So feet hip width apart, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders lined up. Activate your core with your ribs toward your spine and up and your shoulders back and down. And reach your crown to the ceiling. Spread out your toes, get nice and centered and grounded. Take a moment to focus inward, letting that breath fill you completely. And then exhale, emptying the lungs, all the stress and tension out. And as you inhale, bring your arms to shoulder level. Exhale, hands to your heart. Stretch out to the front, keep your shoulders down. And then exhale your hands behind. Just clasp your fingers and press them to the floor. Lift your heart, stretch your head back. And then exhale, pivoting at your hips, coming over. So just deepen as far as your body wants to go today. As you get down, move your chin around. Release your neck. Bring your hands toward your head for a little shoulder stretch. And then bend your knees and start at the bottom of your spine, working back up and lift your heart. Drop your shoulders, stretch your head back, and don't forget to keep breathing. And then on an inhalation, come on upright and release into mountain pose. Take a moment breathing. Stretch your spine. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale to your heart. Stretch to the front, shoulders down. And then clasp the opposite way behind you. So shift the fingers one position over. Lift your heart again and stretch back. Feel a little upper body back bend. And then exhale over. Again, only as deep as your body is loving today. But lift your sitting bones, see if you can stretch your legs a little bit. And again, with your knees slightly bent, chin slightly in, work your way all the way up and winding to the top. And again, into a back bend. Stretch out through the top of your head, down with your shoulders. And then inhale upright, releasing your arms. Take a moment, just feel your spine getting activated. Side stretches next. So let's keep one hand down, the other arm out, palm to the ceiling, hand over your shoulder. Push the hands away, but keep the shoulders down. And lean, no twist, over to the side. So push the foot you're leaning away from down. Stretch out through your fingers and your hip. Feel the ribs stretch apart. Don't lean forward. And then inhale upright, release that arm, and bring the other one out. Palm to the ceiling, keep that shoulder down as you bring the hand up. Stretch again and lean to the other side. And again, pushing the foot you're leaning away from down and stretching out. Feel those ribs open a little bit more. Side stretch. And then inhale up, release. Take a moment feeling those ribs a little bit more activated and stretched apart. And then we'll stretch the spine apart for our twist. So arms out, palms toward the ceiling, hands over your shoulders, clasp your elbows. So again, stretch the spine apart, sitting bones at the base of the skull stretching away from each other and turn to one side. Spread your toes, lift your heart, and exhale over. Take a moment there, get the weight on both feet as evenly as you can, and just deepen as far as you'd like to go. Keep your arms by your ears, and with the weight on both feet, keep your body in the twist coming up and lift your heart. Remember, don't overdo your low back when you're twisted. Elbows slightly back, chest a little bit high. Stretch it out through your whole spine, including your neck. And then inhale upright, exhale around to the center. Switch your arms around, spread your toes, stretch your spine apart, and turn to the other side. And again, a breath in and exhale over. Deepen as much as you'd like. Again, see if you can keep the weight on both feet as evenly as possible. And then inhale, slowly coming back up in the twist and into that upper body only for your little bend. Lifting your foot, stretching your hip back. Take a breath or two, just relax those shoulders down. Inhale up, exhale around to the center. Your arms up, but not your shoulders, and into extended mountain. Sink evenly into your feet, spreading your toes. Sitting bones down, shoulders down. And then pivot forward from your hips. Keep your arms by your ears. Stretch out straight. And then drop into ragdoll, just hanging. Or go a little deeper with your hands behind your legs. Really feel that stretch on the back of your body. And then arms dangling again at the front and winding from the bottom of the spine all the way to mountain pose. As you get all the way up, just take a moment, feel your spine activated and energized. And then stretching it apart again, turn your toes out just gently so your knees and toes are going the same way. Now the whole leg turns. Bend your knees above but not beyond your toes. And then put your hands above your knees but don't push into them. So, positioning, not support. Stretch your spine, and we're going into another little twist. So bring your shoulder across and down toward your knee. The hip goes up the side you're turning toward, and your whole body turns hip, ribs, and shoulder, not just your neck looking to the side. So take a moment in the twist, stretching it out, and then exhale, turn back to the center, everything nice and long and straight. And then exhale, opposite shoulder down and across. Again, turning hips, ribs, and shoulder as you turn to the opposite side. Take a moment, breathe, stretching it out. And then lengthening, exhale back to the center, tucking your chin just a little bit, and again, rolling your way back up and into mountain pose. Take a breath, relax your shoulders down, stretch your spine apart, keep that core working. Arms out, palms to the ceiling, hands over your shoulders. Stretch up on one side, coming up on the opposite toe, so that heel is lifted on the other foot. Side you're stretching, the foot stays flat. Stretch it out. Feel those ribs again opening. Exhale that one down, inhale the other one up. And again, lift the heel, just stretch that foot that's planted down. And then both feet down, both arms up, shoulders down, arms right next to your ears. We're going to go into our chair squat. So spread your toes, bend your knees, not beyond your toes. Push those sitting bones way back and squat only as deeply as your knees want to go. Take a breath, stretch out through the hips, through the fingertips, and back through the heels, down through those sitting bones. And then fingertips leading, come on back up and out and down into mountain pose. Shoulders back and down, exhaling any tension. Spread your toes, find your balance point on your favorite balance foot. Lift the toes, get the back ball of the foot, base of the toe area down as you spread your toes out, but don't grip them. That loses that support. Heels and ball of the foot area evenly balanced. Ankle, knee, hip, shoulder lined up, or of course active and supporting your spine. Shoulders back and down, round to the ceiling. Sink into that foot and bring your other foot up. A little or more up toward your heart. When you get wherever you're stable, circle your ankle. Keep those ankles flexible. Circling both legs. And flexing points, straightening it out before you put that foot back down. And shift to the other side for our balance. So again, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder lined up, core working, and shoulders back and down. Keep that support on your spine. And again, bring the other foot up as high as it wants to go. And circle. So you can have it near the floor if your balance challenged today, that's okay. And again, just work it around, get those ankles working, and straighten it out as you come back to the floor. Exhale any balance stress and bring your hands onto your back. So the heels of the palms on your shoulder blades, fingertips down toward your waist, toward your hips. And then rotate your elbows toward each other and feel that chest expand. Inhale, lift your heart, stretch your head back. So a little back bend with some support there on the lower back. And just stretch your head back as far as it wants to go. Exhaling any tension. And then chin towards your chest, release your arms and relax. And then bring the arm in near your ear, coming around, like the backstroke and swimming, doing each side as you're ready. And you can go fast or slow as your shoulders want to work. So just get that whole body rotating with that arm movement, feeling the shoulders getting a little bit more lubricated. And then release and bring your hands to your heart. Shoulders down, you look at your fingers and inhale them toward the ceiling. Keep looking at your thumbs and bring them behind you a little bit as you lift your heart. So a little back bend without support. And then swan dive, arms out to the sides as you lead with your chest pivoting over, all the way down to ragdoll. Just hang a moment, letting your body lift those same arms, stretch the legs, and then slide your hands up under your knees on your shins and come into that halfway up stretch. Spread your toes apart, palms on your shins, right under your knees, and your knees, elbows, and spine all straight and stretching up. And then bend your knees, exhale, down to the mat, into your child pose. Hips back on your heels, hands palms up, forehead down toward the floor. Take a breath, just relax. Let that whole back of your body get a nice stretch. You can bring your knees together for extra low back stretch. Remember, or spread them apart if it's easier to breathe. And bring your forehead down toward the floor as far as it wants to go. And then inhale and sit up. Oh, let's come into staff position. So bring your legs out in front, the sitting bones slightly behind you, and core active, supporting your spine, shoulders above your hips, and crown toward the ceiling. Push out through your heels, let the backs of your legs get a nice stretch. Pulling those toes toward you. Feet about hip width apart. And we'll warm up the hips a little bit. So bring your foot to your upper thigh and let the knee come down toward the floor. If that's feeling tight, you can bring this front leg over to the side, but keep the knee and toes up. And just let that pelvis get a little bit more open. Or you can pad under your sitting bones and have a little pelvic tilt behind you if you need to. You can put your hands on your leg for weight, but remember, no pressure. We don't want to push and cause resistance. That keeps things from stretching. So just let them relax and stretch, knee coming down as far as it wants to go, but don't force it. Exhale any tension. And then bring your ankle and knee into your hands, or pull your leg in closer with your arms wrapped around and move side to side for that hip rotator outside of your hip. And just feel it getting a little more lubricated as you move it. You can stay there doing that, or you can bring your leg higher or closer if you like it intense, or don't do that if that's not right for your body. And then exhaling, bring that leg out. Feel the difference on the two sides, making sure you're practicing your yoga mindfulness. And of course, balancing your body. So we'll do the other way. So bring that opposite foot up to your thigh, knee coming down. Again, keeping that leg straight or bringing it over as necessary for this particular hip, because one side may be different from the other. Again, add weight, not pressure with your hand if you want to. And just breathe. So remember, everything's relaxing, everything's stretching as it relaxes. So let it happen. Don't force it. Just allow things to be in their yoga position. And again, as you get into that full position, as much as it wants to go today, just relaxing. Then bring your leg up into your arms or ribs and rotate side to side. Feel that hip getting a little bit more released. And as it works and it loves what it's doing, you can be more intense about it if you love it or not, just being gentle, because hips sometimes are tricky things. And then when you're ready to release that, just go ahead and bring that foot back out near the other one into stand position. Check those sitting bones behind you, get comfortable, and we'll do our butterfly just because it's a good inner thigh stretch. So heels come together and bring them close to your body as much as they want. You can clasp under your toes and hold them in and let those knees come toward the floor. That's feeling like it needs a little extra weight. Again, you can put your hands or arms on your knees. No pressure. Resist. We don't want resistance. Just let those legs relax. Knees coming down toward the floor whenever they're ready to. Keep the core working. Keep the shoulders above your hips. Keep the spine stretching apart. Keep the breath full and deep. And then bring your hands under your shoulders behind you on the floor. So just a little push into your hands, lift your heart a little bit, and as you do that, inner thigh might stretch out a little bit more, and the knees might come a little further toward the floor with the bottoms of your feet kind of rotating up, maybe if that works in your body. But remember, personal practice, whatever's working for you, that's fine. Take a breath, expand your heart, lengthen your spine. And then exhale it, bring the hands back to the center, lift your knees, and then again, bring the legs out to the front. Press out through your heels, pull the toes back, just relaxing through your legs. Take a moment to breathe. And for Roxy, let's dive our dolphin. So bring your sitting bones behind you. Spine aligned and straight. We're going to stretch it apart into a twist. But first, bring your right foot to your upper inner left side, knee out to the side. And then bend your left knee and bring the heel back near your hip, but not under it, so that you've got space under that sitting bone. Stretch up through the spine for that nice twist opening so those bones can move. Exhale and turn toward your right knee. So hands on your leg or the floor, whatever you like. We're pulling the ribs in, core activated, tuck your chin a little bit. Exhale, dive down under the water with your forehead toward your knee. You're the dolphin. And then rotate your face forward and lift your heart to the sun in the sky as you breathe in, leaping up out of the water. So you're diving your dolphin, exhaling under, rounding in a forward bend. And inhaling in a little back bend as you lift your heart to the sky, coming all the way back. And just a few dives with your dolphin going under and leaping up as fast or as slow as your dolphin wants to go today. And then the next time you come up, just pause at the top, appreciating that sun and sky as you exhale back to the center and release your legs into stand position. Take a moment, feeling that twist energy through you, feeling all that work your spine has been doing. And of course, our dolphins want to go the other way. So we're going to twist to the other side. So left foot to the inner right thigh, knee out to the side, and heel back near your hip with that right leg. Take a moment to stretch up. Keep this hip slightly up so you're not overworking that low back as you twist, turning your whole body toward the left knee. Ribs in as you round forward, exhaling down. Tuck that chin, bringing the forehead toward your knee, and then rotating your face forward and up toward the sun and the sky. Inhale, coming up with that right spin. And again, just feel your spine working through its whole forward bend and backward bend as you go through your dolphin dives. Breathing with it, just relaxing, feeling that whole spine doing its work along with the lungs as you dive down under the water and up toward the sky. The next time you're up, pause at the top, exhaling back into the center as you release into staff position. Take a breath, feel your core, feel your shoulders, feel your spine. Notice how your body is breathing. And bring the feet to the end of the mat. Feet hip width apart, sitting bones behind you. Core active as you're in staff position once again. This time use that core for support and just roll your body to the floor as slowly as it wants to go. Onto your low back, your ribs, your shoulder blades, shoulders, and head. Take a moment, recline to integration. Just let your body relax a moment as you get all the way there. Take a breath. Tension. And let's bring the sitting bones slightly towards your heels, bending your knees, press the back down. Bring your heels right next to your sitting bones, feet flat on the floor, knees straight. Press the back gently into the floor. You just do a little bridge. So bring the hip bones straight up toward the ceiling. Keep those knees right above your ankles. Don't let them spread apart. Come up onto your shoulders. Take your hands, clasp them underneath you. Bring the little finger inside. Press your hands into the floor and your arms down. And work up onto the tops of your shoulders a little bit more. Make sure you're not going on your neck, though. Your head is on the floor. Shoulders are on the floor. Feet supporting you. Don't spread those knees apart and lift your hips. Ribs slightly up as well. Feel that whole body lifting toward the ceiling. And then release your hands, your shoulders, your shoulder blades, your ribs, and your spine back to your floor. Take a breath. Just relax, soften your belly. And we're going to do that again, but this time when you clasp your hands, you put the other little finger inside. So once again, hands, palms down at your sides, elbows in. Press the back down, sitting bones toward your heels. Inhale, hips straight up. Keep those knees hip width apart. Don't spread them apart. So remember, you might need to be rolling in slightly at the top of the thighs to ensure that. Clasp your hands, bring the other little finger inside. So a little rotation with those fingers, one position over. And again, work up onto your shoulders. Lift your hips, lift your ribs. Keep those knees hip width apart. Press into the whole bottoms of your feet. And don't forget to keep breathing. And then as you exhale, release your hands, your shoulders, shoulder blades, ribs, and spine. Bring those knees toward your heart for just a brief hug. And keep the knees up. Knees right above your hips. Bring your arms to T position. And we'll do our final twist. So hands, palms up or down, your choice. Just try them both ways to see what feels best for your shoulders. Roll your knees over to one side and turn your head toward the opposite side. So the knees can come down as far toward the floor as they like. If they don't want to go all the way and it feels uncomfortable in your low back, you can put a pillow under your knees for a little support there if you need it. Otherwise, just let the knees go wherever they need to be. Exhale any tension. And turning your head, that's your neck twist. So turn it only as much as that area needs. Keep your shoulders down. That's your middle back twist. Exhale to flip those knees. Work into that lower back twist as much as they want. Exhale any tension. Breathing with it. Just relaxing. Let the knees go. Let the body sink into that surface beneath you. And then bringing your heels toward your hips, roll onto your back because we need to twist to the other side. Take a moment, getting things straight, knees right above your hips, and rolling them over to the opposite side, right there, hip level, as you turn your head toward the other direction. And again, keep the shoulders down. You can have your hands palms up or down. Just turn them, seeing which way works more effectively in your shoulders to keep them down. Take a breath. Let those knees kind of far toward the floor as they'd like to go. Exhaling any tension. Pat if you need to. And again, turn only as much as your neck is moving and wanting. Exhale, just relax. Tension. And again, breathing with it, just allow your body to soften and sink as it's ready to do so. And then when you're ready to release, heels toward your hips, rolling onto your back, bring your feet down to the floor, sliding them out, and hands, palms up near your hips into corpse position for our final relaxation. Shoulders down, chest open. Turn your toes toward each other and then just release your legs. Let them relax. Roll your head side to side, letting your neck release as well. Soften your belly. Exhale, just let your body grow heavy and sink into that surface beneath you. Breathing deep. Let everything relax. Scanning through your body. In your legs, your torso, your shoulders, your neck, letting your body sink deep into that earth support beneath you. Just let it go, exhaling, growing heavier with each breath. And as your body sinks, just let thoughts of your body release from your awareness and allow other thoughts to come into your mind. It's the job of your mind to produce thoughts. It's your choice whether you pay attention. At this moment, just let the thoughts flow in and out as easily as your breath. No need to remember the past or anticipate the future. Just let it go. Breathing deep, sinking your body, loading your mind, and allowing your awareness release both your body and your mind. And just let your attention turn inward to the peace within. Fill your awareness with peace. And just take a few moments being peace. And if you're having a big relaxation today, just go ahead and keep relaxing as long as you have opportunity to. It's time, though, to get ready for the rest of your day. Just begin breathing more deeply, drawing energy and awareness back to the moment, to the room, to your body. And as you breathe more deeply, begin stretching your body gently to move forward, feels good to your body today. And of course, when you're ready for your final yoga hug of appreciation, and your sitting bones toward your heels as you bend your knees and draw your heels toward your hips. Press your back gently down, drawing your knees up toward your heart, and wrap your arms around for that appreciative yoga hug. Let your body know you appreciate its yoga work today and the work your body does for you every day. And when you're ready to release, bring your head to the floor, or maybe do a little circle on your low back for a little massage before you bring the feet down, and then roll to the side and sit back up, getting ready for whatever's ahead in your world today. Thanks for joining me.